And here are the parts now painted in yellow. You're wondering why there are some parts that haven't been fully painted. There's a reason for that. Once this is dry, like some of the parts, like I might go in here, I'm gonna have to mask some parts. Like I won't do it for the shield because I like how that looks. But like the vents, these parts here, these are fine. The legs inside of here, like certain parts of here and here, and not the crotch part, but like some parts I'm gonna have to go back and redo or paint in another color. I'm gonna be painting them in steel because there's only a few parts, only some parts, like here on the legs. These are parts of the legs. That little part right there is only going to be shown, or only part you'll see that needs to be yellow. So why not just paint this, the steel, just to match it? So this is, so pretty much here's how some of the parts look like before being painted steel, or before I max and paint them steel, I should say. And here's a sample of what I've done with the yellow parts. As you can tell, some parts I didn't paint over because I'm not too worried, because it's going to be hidden anyway. But I got the trim done here. I also got the top of the trim. You can see that. I also got the vents done here for the chest. Here's that part for the leg. It's like the only part you're going to see from there. And this is part of the backpack where it lifts up. Also, when I got that done, I actually moved on to the white parts. They're all now primed. They don't look like it, but they're primed. You can actually tell from this tape here that there's primer on there. Plus that stick, you can actually see on some of the parts. There's like white and whatnot. So I actually did prime these. This I had to go back over really quick or something. But everything looks good. Very happy with this. I'm going to have to mix up the next color, which would be the white from Mr. Hobby. That should be fun to do because I've never really mixed it before. This is the second color I'll be mixing. So I gotta do all of this. Hopefully I have enough in the bottle for this. So this is how everything looks before being painted, the Mr. Hobby cool white, or whatever white I have. And after after painting for a while, finally got the white done. And as you can tell, I've already applied it to the leg. I've already did for the other leg as well. I'm very happy with this result. And that way, like that. It's just a nice little steel inner frame, which looks good. Still gotta add the rest of the feet parts, which are probably gonna be next. But this is the white, painted in the flat white, by the way. I said cool white, but this is really a flat white. If you're wondering about this seam line, that's supposed to be there, it seems. It's actually part of the design, I think. As you can see a bit of steel going through there. And there's the Duralum anklets. So, other than that, it's now going to move on to the last two paint parts, which are going to be the dark blue and the dark gray parts, or transferring the light gray into dark gray, pretty much. But let's continue on. And here's all the light parts now primed. I also did something to the white parts here. As you can tell, I painted the tips yellow, or the same golden yellow as the rest of the inner frame. Plus, I also did something for the head. We're taking one from Vegeta's book. I actually painted the inner frame a bit of it. So it looks good. You're not gonna see much of that anyway, so it's gonna pop down. But yeah, just thought I'd show this off really quick. So here's pretty much how the gray parts look before being turned into a darker gray. And here are the light gray parts now in the dark gray. Only got them as I wanted. It's a little bit of sheen to them because they're still drying, but very nice. And over here, this is actually the blue, dark blue parts that I got left to paint. And after that, I can do final assembly, and then I can actually do decals. And as I said before in the beginning of this series, I am doing water slide decals, so I'm gonna have a little bit of fun time with that. So anyway, this is how the blue parts look like after being primed and before being painted the new blue. And here's the blue parts finished. Plus, since I forgot to do this on the blue parts, I might as well show you this. It is now complete. Somewhat. Yeah, I'm holding propping up with a pill bottle, but whatever. I actually have to go back. I gotta do some touch-ups, like on the shoulder here. I gotta do some. The backpack, I gotta do a little touch-up, like right over here. Just a little touch-ups here and there that I can go back easily. The arm on here has to get touched up a little bit. Maybe a little bit in here as well. But I have to say this guy is now 93% complete, I should say. Now I have to go on and I gotta pretty much decal this guy and panel line him. Not in that order, of course. So this is how he looks before being panel lined and decaled. I'm going to give you a back shot as well. And as I said, this is before.